We got Jimmie Rivera back here on the program. Who's going to be taking on Aljamain Sterling at UFC on ESPN on February 17th. Jimmie, what's going on, man? How are you?
Nothing, man. I'm actually on the way to Brooklyn right now for the weigh-ins and get some dinner with my management crew, and yeah, just chilling, getting ready for the fight. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. Appreciate you asking. Were you trying to get on this card? Because I'm a little surprised they didn't put you
No,
on just being a guy from Jersey. No.
no, not at all. I wanted to enjoy Christmas. I didn't get to enjoy it for past. I thought it was 2 years, but my wife. That's why I guess why you married. You get married because they always remind you about everything. And it was 3 years. So the last 3 years, I kind of like had fights. I kind of really didn't enjoy it. So this year, I got to enjoy Christmas and eat and relax. So I wasn't trying to be on this card at all.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, no, you got to get those moments, right? It's important to get that family time as well, so I can understand that. The last time we did see you fight, of course, you got that win over John Dodson. It was another decision. Were you happy with your performance? I mean, that was a really top-ranked opponent and a nice bounce-back win from the fight before that.
I mean, I told people it was either going to go one way or the other. It's going to be the boring fight for the casual fan, but a good fight for the MMA fan because it's going to be really technical. Or he's going to stay in front and he's going to try to, bang, and it's going to be an exciting fight for both. But he didn't do that. I hit him, and he was just, trying to stay alive for the rest of the rounds. And you're looking for me to make a mistake. You know what I mean? He's very good at, you try to run in, he capitalized on that. You see a lot of knockouts like that happen when he rocked TJ. It happened when Johnny fought Johnny Bedford. So you got to be smart with him. And it's just the way it was. He would throw and make a miss throw, and then he would run, and it was like, shuffle away. Not much you could do with a fight like that. So I'm happy. It's the only way I could have fought the fight. And to get a unanimous decision from all three judges for all the rounds, I mean, that's also great too. That I beat him better than Demetrius Johnson did.
Yeah, and the most important thing is that he was another tough top opponent, and you got to win.
Yeah, it wasn't he's no easy fight. He's a tough fight. I'm not giving, not saying he's an easy fight. It's a fucking tough fight, but it comes down to who's smarter in the fight and who's going to do the right things, and that's it.
I agree with that. And now you're fighting Aljamain Sterling, and it seemed like this was a fight that had been in the works for a while. A little bit of bad blood, it seems, on social media. Where did this all start? How did this feud sort of begin before you guys actually got matched up?
No, I was just trying to fight him a lot before he got in the UFC, and he didn't want a tough fight before getting in the UFC, so that was pretty much it. I kind of pushed it. He didn't want it. He was like, wait till you get in the UFC, then we can fight. I got in the UFC. He's ranked 7, I'm ranked 5, so obviously I did better than he did. You know what I mean? And I just kind of laugh about it. But right when we got this fight, it was basically I want to fight again in December, right before Christmas. And I was told by Sean Shelby that it sounds like wanted to take the fight with me early next year. So I said, all right, wait then. And that fell through because somehow he got a new contract and Marlon came in the picture and they wanted to do a rematch. So I said, all right, who's the other options? Because that was really the only option on the table at the time. And then they said Sterling, so I said, all right, I'll fight Sterling. I don't want to stay out for that. I actually, was a plan to fight Cody Stamen before he told me on Sounds I wanted to fight Cody Stamen in December. Some people, said, why? I'm like, listen, I want to stay busy and fight, and I don't want to be out that long. There's been a couple of times I had layoffs, and, at this point, it's kind of like you got to get what you can get. A lot of people don't want to fight. You have Cody Garbrandt waiting for everybody to kind of get, matched up, and then he picked someone I call it Faber move. Uriah Faber lost out, then he fought Frankie Sands, who was winning like 12-15. Then he was to fight for the belt again against Cruz. Then he fought me. He's done that a couple of times. I mean, he bounced back, just gets a win, and then goes to fight for the belt again. And Cody's trying to do the same thing, but there's a lot of guys in front of him now that I don't think he can get that shot right away. If he does, I'll be amazed.
Yeah, and here we are. You're fighting Sterling. Just style-wise, how do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
Great. Great. He's a wrestler, grappler. I'm good all around. Just, looking for the fight. Biggest thing is being in shape and getting prepared for everything he's got to bring.
And training camp, I imagine the same, just training at Tiger Schulman's with all those great training partners. You got a couple of teammates. I know, like Lyman Good has a fight coming up. It must be good to be in camp right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're all in camp. Some of the guys are trying to get on the Philly card, like Julio Arce and Mike Trezano and Shane Burgos. I mean, that's in our backyard. That'd be great. And I would love to just be able to drive down and go see Philly. It's great. And then flying somewhere. Fight against Damian Mine, February 2nd. And then I get to be on the first ESPN card on ESPN, not on the app, I hope, depending on what happens. So we're all excited. You know what I mean? We love to fight. We all got to enjoy the holidays. Now we're all training, getting ready. You know, the guys are trying to get the other teammates trying to get the fights. And I train with, you know, all the guys, and Julio's really good at mimicking a lot of guys, and he's always in shape. So I just been training with him a lot to get ready for a fight, and he's always been trained, so he's ready to get back in there right away. You know, he didn't win, but he had an awesome fight. Showed his true colors, how tough he is. He went in there, didn't get his hand raised at the end, and the fight could have went either way. I thought he won, but could have went either way, and you know, he didn't win, but it showed how tough he was, and you know, he's a promise at 145, and he's a tough kid, and he's there to fight.
And when does the weight cut process start for you for this fight? It's on the 17th, so you know we're about a month away now.
I'm always eating right and been weight cutting. I think the biggest thing is just, you know, bring my weight down, and I started right away, like after Christmas. To be honest with you, I enjoyed my Christmas. I didn't eat too bad beforehand, and then right after Christmas, I just started leaning it out, and that's it.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Always the same three: Danny Showman, Ron Showman, and Ray Velez. You know, my instructors, my coaches. You know what I mean? And just going in there, trying to represent, obviously, Team Tiger Showmans, and represent, you know, my school and my students. That's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? I'm still teaching full time. Besides this weekend right now, I'm going to teach tomorrow, but then we got the fights in Brooklyn, and I'm looking forward to see what happens with TJ Dillashaw and Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting fight, and seeing what's going to happen with the division moving along, you know, depending on the outcome of that fight. Obviously, we're recording that before that fight. February 17th, how do you see this fight unfolding coming up here at UFC Phoenix?
Just getting my hand raised, that's it. You know, that's my prime focus. You can't always look for the knockout or the submission. You know what I mean? I'm just looking to get my hand raised. If the knockout's there, the submission's there, obviously I'm going to take it, but just looking to get my hand raised.
Where do you feel like a win over Sterling puts you? Do you think it puts you in the title picture?
You know what? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Because you got so many guys that don't want to fight. You know, I want to fight ahead, and there's so many guys that don't want to fight me, so I keep getting stuck with guys behind me, so I have no idea where it's me. You know, I would love to fight Cody after this fight, but he's got to feel ready against Pedro Munoz. You know, I actually reached out to Pedro. I said good luck because I hope he wins. You know, I mean, he's a tough SOB, and you know, really humble guy at the end of the day. So I'm looking forward to that fight. But I don't know who's going to pick it, who's going to win it. Anything can happen, but I really don't know where the division is. I tell you, I won't take another fight with Dominic Cruz. That's for sure. I don't think he'll ever make it to another fight. You know, I know injuries suck and stuff like that, but I won't be calling him out to fight because I actually want to fight, not get my opponent changed. So I don't really know what's going to happen. There's some fights before. It was the Marlon and Assunção fight. So, you know what I mean? Maybe I can fight the winner, depending on what happens with TJ, or fight the loser, depending on what happens, because either way, it's a step forward. So that could be, if Cody wins in March, I would love to fight Cody. It'd be great, too. I don't think he deserves a shot. Just get a win over Pedro if he does win. You know what I mean? I think he needs to fight at least, you know, 2 or 3 times to actually move up there. Plus, Marlon's kind of ahead right now in Assunção. That really should end up being a number contendership, but you never know what happens with the UFC, you know? So I don't, man. To be honest, I guess winner of Marlon or Assunção, or if Cody wins, you know, get a fight with Cody. That'd be great.
You said you reached out to Pedro Munoz. Do you know him personally, or you just said that because you know, got some bad blood still with Cody there?
No, I fought him in Brazil. And,
I see. Okay,
you know, yeah. So I just think Cody's, you know, he's a pussy. He wants to, you know, wait it out. I mean, listen, I agree. I like, some people won't say it, but I'll say it. You know, Cody and Cruz, you know what I mean? They're always waiting out. Cruz hasn't fought over 2 years. Why should he be ready for 2 right now? You know, and Cody's just waiting. I mean, when you're a top opponent, you have to fight. It's not like you know. It's not like I'm trying to deny fights. I've been pretty much taking every fight the UFC gives me. There's no really negotiation with who you want to fight. You know what I mean? It's just the luck of the draw. You know, you're in that division. You need to defend your spot. It should be a certain point where it's a 6-month period and you don't fight. You should basically get out of the rankings. But when you want to, if say you're like Cruz, hasn't fought over 2 years, he should be out of the rankings. But when he comes back and he can have the privilege to fight a top 5 guy. You know what I mean? Because he was ranked for 2. But how long can you stay there? How long can you stay there and and not fight and still be ranked number 2 in the world. It doesn't make sense.
I agree with that, and I agree that this is going to be a great card coming up here February 17th. It is UFC on ESPN 1 in Phoenix. Jimmie, appreciate the time, especially on your commute to the weigh-ins. Just to remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, and you guys always find me on Jimmie Rivera on Instagram, or Jimmie Rivera 135 on Twitter, and my school on East 23rd Street between Madison Park Ave. You always come by and say what's up, or come take class on me. And, got a lot of sponsors: Tiger Fight Gear, NutriBio supplements, Eat Clean Bro. Who else is sponsoring me? Man, that's bad. There's too many, right? Tim Tam, thank you. Counter-Strike for my physiotherapy. I'm on the spot right now. I can't remember them all.
The pressure's on.
So, I thank everybody.